Hello and thank you for tuning into ScamTV. Exposing scams and scammers is the main programming focus here on ScamTV. This channel is brought to you by Stamp Out Scams Incorporated, a registered nonprofit organization dedicated to scam prevention. This video is a continuation of our video series about the psychological factors pertaining to why people fall prey to scammers. There are many perplexing psychological factors as to why they are so successful at scamming so many people. Because these factors are very important, we are going to address many of these very issues surrounding scams and scammers right here at ScamTV. These psychological issues are just as important to understand as the scams themselves. In a previous video, we addressed the psychological phenomena called trust in authority. Trust in authority is our natural inclination to trust authority figures or those who appear to be in a position of power. Scammers exploit this trust in authority by posing as government officials, tech support, or other positions that carry an air of authority, thereby lowering the individual's guard and critical thinking. The next psychological tool that scammers have in their arsenal is something called social proof. Social proof is a psychological and social phenomenon in which people copy the actions of others in an attempt to reflect correct behavior for a given situation. Scammers exploit this innate human tendency to establish the credibility of their schemes and make them appear legitimate and trustworthy. At its core, social proof operates on the principle that individuals are more likely to engage in a behavior if they see others doing it, especially if those others seem to be reaping some benefit. Social proof is a form of conformity and validation that plays a significant role in decision-making. For instance, in the context of online behavior, people are more likely to trust and click on a link if they see many positive comments or a high number of likes. Scammers create fake profiles and use bots to generate false endorsements, gain more likes, and show numerous positive reviews, manipulating social proof to create an illusion of popularity and trustworthiness. Scammers often employ this strategy on various platforms where social interactions are visible, such as social media, online marketplaces, and review sites. It is crucial to remember that no social media site is immune from scammers invading their platform. Scammers fabricate social media signals that suggest their product or service is highly valued. For instance, a scam investment site might display counterfeit testimonials from people who claim to have made significant profits. This manufactured social proof tempts potential victims to invest, driven by the fear of missing out on what seems to be a widely successful opportunity. This unique reaction is commonly called FOMO and is a very good motivator for scammers. In some sophisticated scams, real people are recruited unknowingly to provide social proof through likes, fake Yelp reviews, and other modern social media platforms. Multi-level marketing scams often operate on this model, where individuals who genuinely believe in the product or business model will promote it to friends and family. Their genuine enthusiasm serves as a potent form of social proof, pulling more people into the scam. The rise of influencer culture has also played into the hands of scammers. They might pay a well-followed social media influencer to promote a product, service, or investment, leveraging the influencer's credibility to provide powerful social proof. Followers of the influencer may not question the legitimacy of the promotion due to their trust in the influencer, leading to an uncritical acceptance of the scam. Phantom crowds are another tactic where scammers create the impression of a high-demand event or product. Fake queues, whether online or in person, or fictitious reports of sold-out venues can create a sense of popularity and urgency, compelling individuals to get involved before missing out. This taps into both social proof and scarcity, making the scam seem both reputable because of its apparent popularity and urgent because of its perceived limited availability. Social proof also thrives on the concept of wisdom of the crowds, where the collective opinion of a group of people is valued over that of a single expert. Scammers can manipulate this by fabricating a consensus that supports their scam, encouraging individuals to go along with the crowd without critically assessing the situation themselves. The power of social proof is amplified in situations where the stakes are high or the correct course of action is ambiguous. In such cases, individuals look to the behavior of others as a guide. Scammers create high-pressure situations that do not allow much time for reflection, and the fabricated social proof pushes victims to make quick decisions aligned with what they believe others are doing. To combat the influence of false social proof, it's essential to educate the public on these deceptive practices. Encouraging skepticism, promoting the verification of information, and teaching people to seek out independent, credible sources can help inoculate against the manipulation of social proof by scammers. There are many simple tools to use to combat scammers and their use of social proof. Start with always researching the company or individual offering the product or service you are looking for. Check for legitimate online reviews and testimonials from online and verify the legitimacy of those sources. If the online offer you stumble on includes endorsements from industry experts, celebrities, or influencers, don't just automatically accept their authenticity. Verify that these endorsements are legitimate. This can be done quickly via Google or other online verification sources. Patience is key in just about any situation. So, don't rush into making a decision. Pushing a consumer to make a quick decision is a tactic used in many sectors of the sales industry. The old cliché of if you don't buy it now, you may miss out on a great deal. Remember, just take a breath and spend the time to evaluate the offer, then do your research before making any commitments. Always beware of offers that create a sense of urgency or scarcity, such as limited time offers or countdown clocks. These are often used to pressure victims into making a quick decision without spending the time to evaluate the offer. Be wary of social media posts and ads that make the product or service appear more credible or extremely popular than it really might be. It is very common for scammers to use fake social media profiles and websites to create the existence of social proof of its validity. When making purchases or providing personal information, only use reputable websites and avoid clicking on links from unsolicited emails, messages, or on unverifiable websites. One common trait shared among scam victims is the willingness to set aside their normally strong common sense skills. So, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Trust your instincts and don't lose your common sense. At Stamp Out Scams, we are working hard on reducing the proliferation of scams. For this, we need your help. You can help by donating to our cause. Since we are a registered nonprofit, your donations are tax-deductible. Help us stamp out scams. Donations can be made directly through our website at stampoutscams.com. Thank you very much for tuning in to ScamTV. We do greatly appreciate you watching and helping us combat scams and scammers. As always, we ask that you please subscribe to ScamTV, and give this video a like. It really does help in our scam prevention efforts.